Alrighty, let's go. Good girl. And she's just working on leave it and not jumping on people too, so good girl. So if she does turn to you for that treat, just ask her to sit for it or something, and I'll give you some more. Good girl. Hi. Okay, and we'll just hang out here. Hi, do you want to say hi?
Hello, Corgi.
And no jumping. Good girl. There you go.
Sweetheart.
Good girl.
Hi.
Good girl. Good girl. No jumping? No. It was a good try. Poppy, come here.
You want me to pet you too?
She's like, yes, please. Sit.
Okay, says, what about me?
Good girl.
Oh, is she young?
Oh, yeah, she's just a puppy.
She's adorable. This is like a Roddy neck.
Do you want
Oh, that wavy back
to?
on her.
There you go. Good girl.
Yeah, you smell it.
Down.
I got
Good, down. Oh,
Oh
nice.
my God. I'll take you home.
Good
Yes, I
girl.
am. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am.
Good girl.
Isn't it cutie? Aren't they adorable?
Thank
You're
you.
so sweet. You look like my
Good
mother.
girl.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, what a sweetie puss you are, huh? What a sweetie puss, huh? Oh, here we go.
That's fine. Yeah, it's important that we allow her to kind of make that space, so that's okay.
I don't like people either sometimes.
Good job. Here we go. Alright, so after this gentleman goes by, we'll continue walking to the other side. Make a couple more lapses. It's always good to start out outside because you know you can really control the pace a lot more of the interactions, and you have just a lot more space too. Yeah, you know. What do you think of the doors, huh, Poppy? Oh my goodness. What do you think? Man, you're the anxious one, huh? Oh. Oh, hi. Good girl. Come. Good girl. All right. This way, Poppy. Yes. Oh. Let me know if she starts kind of pulling a little too much and you need to slow down or something too. So usually what I'll do in those cases, if she starts like almost freaking out or just pulling too much, is I'll just give a second or two in the same spot, let her get some of that energy out and exploring or that anxiousness, and then work on like a couple come, sit, follow drills real quick just to tighten her back up. Almost. Right? Sometimes touch will help as well, getting closer, getting in line of sight, things like that. Good girl, Poppy. And then whenever you think she's calmed down, we can continue walking to the other side again. It's really important that when you're out on like these social outings that you just kind of pay more attention to how she's responding than anything else. You know, either the destination, going inside, all those things don't really matter because you don't want to continue to push the envelope if they're, you know, getting more and more upset or more and more anxious. That's where just kind of giving them that time to kind of settle in or refocus back onto you is important. Hi. Hello. I touch you. I know, it's so much. What do you think? Hi. 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 Oh, hi. I got you again. Right? To see what she's so interested in. Yeah, you can really tell she's either overwhelmed or unsure, maybe a little bit of both. That's why it helps, especially if they start kind of going all over the place, to give them yourself as a focal point. It helps to kind of calm the mind too. Hi. Hello? Hello? Aw. Oh, there's another bike. Oh, there's sounds. There's another sound. Oh my goodness, there's so much. It's like being outside for the first time ever.
Which is crazy.
I get a lot of times working with puppies. Like everything is new. It's like, oh, that must be weird.
You're not sitting.
Good girl. Good girl. Go jump. Yes. Hi, Sid. Would you like our treat? Oh. Hi. Would you like our treat? No? Okay, here you go. Poor thing. So the sound there, right? There you go. Slowly get closer. It's okay. Good girl. Come. Right? So the sounds of the carts can be really scary a lot. So what I'll usually do is I'll take the cart over here and we'll just kind of push it back and forth ourselves. Get her kind of used to it. I'll hold her for you. That way we can kind of start doing it from a distance, and then we'll kind of get her almost walking either with you or next to you with the cart. Or we might have to swap. Leave it. Thank you, Papa. There you go. There you go. Now go ahead and hold still for a second and let her just investigate it. If she can, hopefully.
You don't care, do you?
There you go. Good. There you go. Good. Okay. And now that she's more distracted by the other one moving around, and there we go. That's what we're looking for. Just getting her able to go up to things and smell them. You know, will help to kind of calm the nerves a lot of the time. Okay. And now slowly start moving it again. There you go. Good. There you go. There you go. So a little too much there. She made some space. Okay. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Here, I'll let you take her with you. And we'll just kind of walk a little bit back and forth with this thing. I could push it too if you need. There you go. Yep. Yep. if she starts getting mouthy because she might be getting more anxious, go ahead and slow it down a little bit. Give her a little breaks and then start pushing again.
Is that anxiousness or is that just her? She's mouthy all the time.
It might just be her. Some dogs are just naturally mouthy.
Is that like a sign though that we need to pay attention to when we're out doing stuff that naturally makes her anxious?
That's where we'll take a break, do it again, take a break, do it again, and see if it keeps making it worse or if she can actually get adjusted to it. Nice and slow. Good girl, Poppy. Very good. Oh, she's doing good. All right, and also just being around other things helps because she's not just only focusing on that. You know, you got the sounds, other cars and things. So at the same time that things can be overwhelming, it can also be beneficial because it helps to make it so she's not just focusing on that one thing that's kind of causing her anxiety. Oh, look, another puppy. Oh. Ah, she's doing great. All right. We'll kind of walk on through. Hi, how you doing? Good girl. Right, so big car coming up at her. Go ahead and try to move to the left. There you go. And now move like all the way over here to the left. There you go. Because what's happening is she is freaked out because this large object is moving towards her. So even though you're kind of moving away, it helps a little bit. But if you move like perpendicular, it'll make it less impactful for her. Because it'll seem like it's going by her instead of still towards her. Good. That one's not too bad though, because I'd rather much have a puppy afraid and move away from cars than be comfortable with them anyways. But it'll also be important so like when you're crossing the street or something like that, that she doesn't freak out and get herself in more trouble, right? Ready to go in? Puppy. Yes, good girl. There you go. Good girl. Very good. Yes. You heard good girl. I was talking to Sydney, but that's okay. Here you go. You did good too. All right. And then we'll just go ahead and walk over to the back there. Hi. Let's see how she does. And depending on the products, like staying away from like the concrete and the chemical aisle and things like that, but it's a good idea to get them closer to the edge so that way they can start smelling things, and hopefully their nose will kind of distract them from going all over the place too. And then of course there's always always those drills to help kind of calm the mind and regain focus. Like when Poppy's pulling too much. Poppy, come. Wait. Come. Wait. Touch. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Because we really want her to kind of get used to and explore the environment, but at the same time, it's good to get them to redirect back to us and that kind of practice, and especially when they're kind of far out. Poppy, leave it. Thank you. Good girl. Hello. There you go. Good job. Very good. Poppy will. Wait. Good. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Perfect. Good. And then let her kind of use her nose. Down. Yeah. I'll have all your treats here. Here you go. Alright. Good job. So like the sudden bassy sounds from off in a distance. And those kind of things you can take notice while you're out, and then try to find things like YouTube's really helpful. Play like construction sounds, especially if you have a bass or
Right next to a construction zone.
oh, perfect. And just like let her get used to it that way, so you can control it. Start with the volume really low and then like turn it up, so that way she kind of drowns out. Kind of like if you live near like a train station or an airport, you know?
Yeah.
When you move in, it's gonna drive you nuts for the first couple weeks, but then after you've been there for a couple of years, you know, nobody notices anymore except your friends that visit. Here, I'll go. All right, just kind of keep walking around. Good. So, right?
Sit.
Poppy, what are you doing, huh? Come here, Poppy. Come. Good. Good. All right. There you go. So if she's unsure or running away from an object, a couple things we can do. One is give her some time to get settled in. Two is if you touched it yourself, like if it's that box or the pole, just letting her see that you're engaging with it. You kind of see how she's gonna turn to you for that kind of guidance and that comfort. So if you like physically show her that it's okay to be around, that'll help too. There you go. Yep, and then just kind of let her go in a little bit on her own. And then after some time or doing some reps of that, what I would do too is those exercises when she's focused on you, and have her almost focus on you throughout the whole corner there. There you go, good. Right, very good. Come here, Poppy. Poppy, come. There you go, perfect. Good. Now that she's done that, go ahead and let her kind of relax for a bit and then go back again, right? Especially when you notice an object is really kind of holding her back, we really want to take extra time to get used to it as much as possible, right? Kind of like with the cart, until the point where we can just kind of walk casually back and forth through it, okay? And if you need to, you can go down that aisle a little bit more, kind of reset, and then like kind of casually come back around it. Come here, Poppy. There you go. And then just keep casually going by. There you go. Perfect. So if you kind of help to act as if there's nothing wrong and kind of help power her through, that'll help her not be as hesitant. Whereas sometimes what parents will do, if the dog starts freaking out or something, they'll take too much time and add more attention to it, you know. So finding that combination is going to depend on each individual pup. So that's why it's really important while you're working with her that you're paying close attention to how she's reacting and behaving, right? So a couple more times, and if she's still too freaked out, then and trying to rush by, then what I would do is almost pause like right in the middle or right after we pass and try to get her used to it that way. Because we want her to really get that she doesn't have to rush past it because she's afraid of it, and that there's nothing to be afraid of, and that ultimate goal of still like getting her to stop and smell it like she did with the cart. There we go. Almost. Good. Right. It's okay. Good distraction. Very good. Much better. Very good. Very good. There you go. And that's how you'll also know if you're making things better or worse, right? If she starts to run away even more or freak out even more when you go towards it, as opposed to getting comfortable with it. So that's why you almost need to do the extra reps with things too. You just have to be really careful that you're actually making it better instead of worse.
So we just need to acknowledge it, but not make a bigger deal out of it.
Aw, same thing with the person there, right? So like if he's going this way, I'll just go around this way. Same, we'll kind of use him just like we did with the pole that she's afraid of. Yeah, just. Okay. Now as he's walking away, you can turn, and that way she can kind of face him without her getting overwhelmed that he's like approaching into her, right? As soon as he starts walking away again, it'll be easy. But kind of you treat him almost as if the pole. There you go. Yeah, a little too much. It's okay. And if she needs to back up and make a little bit more space because of the extra sounds too, then that's understandable. Good girl. Yeah, you're okay. Okay. Maybe loop all the way around so she can see on the other side. Just like with objects, we won't really need her to get used to, people as well. There you go. Good girl, there you go. So now she can see him, but because he's not like walking towards her, she can actually get used to his presence without that added pressure, right? There you go. And if she wants to get distracted by different smells and stuff, that's fine. If she wants to make herself a little bit more space, that's fine. We really want to just kind of gauge how she's doing. Bobby, come here. Good girl. See? Good girl. There you go. Okay, and now that he's kind of rounded the corner, we'll go ahead and slowly catch up again. All right. Very good. There you go. And keep a nice, comfortable distance, not only for her, but also for the people's sake, so that way they don't get freaked out or anything. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay. Good girl, Poppy. Come on, who's busy? Down. Good, down, thank you. See, it's okay. There you go. Very good. So just turning around and being more curious, which is good, always a good sign. And we'll just slowly, casually walk by here. The good part about these aisles is that they're much bigger, right? That's why I always start here in the back where it's going to be a lot more spacious and a lot quieter, and then eventually, work my way towards the front or the registers where it's really crowded.
I can find it. I just want to know it's on the Okay, I got it.
Come on now, look at you. Look at you. Come on, stand up.
Poppy.
Front leg, wear them out.
Good girl. Good, listen. Come on, let's go. Good job. Hey, you're doing good. Hi. Very good. There you go. So almost like with the pole, especially if she sees somebody and growls, we almost want to spend more time on situations like that whenever possible. You know, not immediately right away, give some space and some time to like let her kind of adjust and for you to kind of assess the situation. Wait.
Calm down, man. Calm down.
Good girl. Good job. And then work on it on like your terms. You'd be amazed at how many times you can control all these certain variables without, you know, controlling the people. It's always good if you have friends that'll help you, but you know, most of the time you kind of have to work around it on your own. Girl. There you go. I think just sessions with her, just letting her kind of soak it all in and get used to it would really help. It's not doing too bad. Good job.
It's weird. She didn't used to be like that. We used to go out all the time with my parents' dogs.
Sometimes it just takes an event we don't even notice, or sometimes it's when they're maturing. Just like with people, like the hormones and brain and everything develop differently. Good job, Poppy. Oh, good girl. Good, there you go. Who's that, huh? Good girl. Good girl, there you go, good. Especially if she can break her fixation on her own, then that's good too. Hi, how you doing? Good. Yeah. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Poppy, please. Thank you. Hey, how you doing? Good. Good girl. Come on. Very good. There you go. Good. There you go. Yep, I'm just trying to linger a little bit. Very good. Perfect. We'll go ahead and make some additional space. That's another thing too, is you just want to be aware of your surroundings, so that way you can always make more or less space depending on how busy it's going to get. That way people don't have to squeeze by you and maybe scare her as well. So it's going to be really important to kind of really pay attention to your surroundings, because it's going to be always changing, and then just kind of do things as early as possible. So now we'll follow them. That'll be a good kind of exit way out, as opposed to squeezing by the gentleman, unless you wanted to do it that way, you know? So kind of take all your different options and then play with them while you're practicing, because you'll probably need to work on a little bit of everything anyways. A lot of it is going to be mostly dictated by, you know, what is and what isn't working for her though. Girl. Hi, want to go check this out? Come on. Good girl. Poppy, leave it. Thank you. With me. Good. Sit. Good. Picked up speed a little bit. Oh, there we go. Poppy, leave it. Poppy, leave it. Thank you. Good job. Yeah, let's let her get into it. She's like, nah, I'm good. Poppy, leave it. Leave it. Thank you. Good girl. She's like, no, must get it. Poppy, leave it. Thank you. Sit. Good job. Come on, this way. With me. Poppy. Okay. Good. Very good. This way. Good. This way, Poppy. Good girl. There you go. See, also want to look for certain patterns in behavior, right? So one thing that I've noticed consistently with her is that she speeds up
Yeah.
the more uncomfortable she gets, whether it's a pull or a person or a sound, right? So that way you can kind of know, oh, she's not comfortable with that, even when it seems like it's something normal, like maybe she's gone by a person or another pull perfectly fine. That'll kind of give you that kind of trigger ahead of time.
And then we'll have a better idea that she is comfortable when she walks by it
Mhm.
at a normal.
Just casually, yeah. And then even better when she stops and smells it.
Should we try to walk by again and see if she goes any faster or slower?
Sure. There you go. Very good. Good girl, you stay. And then sometimes what I'll do as well is as I'm walking through and she starts to kind of pick up, what I'll do is I'll get her attention back onto me and ask her to sit wait and then pretend like I'm looking at something on the shelf. There you go, good. There you go. Yeah, that's fine too. There you go. And then as soon as she starts picking up speed, go ahead and ask her to sit wait.
Sit.
There you go. And then just hang out there for a minute and just pretend like you're looking around for stuff. And then just kind of have her maintain that kind of composure. So that way, even when she's uncomfortable with something, it'll teach her to kind of sit and wait it out and listen to you as opposed to running away from it. That's a really good kind of exercise to do too. Good, there you go. Right? And that's one of those things that you can, definitely gauge if it's too easy or too hard for her. And that's where you'll see a lot of trainers like outside on busy streets or busy places where they'll just have the dog sit and just watch the world go by. They're not allowed to move or anything. It just helps to build that stability until you release them. All right, good. Very good, there you go. Come here, Poppy. You getting anxious too? Huh? That was really good because you recognized that she needed a moment to make space, and she backed up because of the sounds, gave her some time to get used to it, and then kind of guided her through. So that was really good.
You need to sniff with us.
Alright. Good girl. Yeah, she's doing alright. Huh. Hi. There's another opportunity here. Alright. So she saw it and then immediately turned away. Pop. Good girl. Alright, that's gonna be even harder. Makes sense. Good girl. There you go. Something like this may be easier from further away as well. So either going down that way. I don't know if you'll have line of sight that way, but try to just kind of getting them used to it from a little bit further away can help sometimes. She's like, when am I getting the next treatment? Oh, good girl.
You just look so cute. He's so good.
There you go. Good. Good. There you go. Very good. Be able to just look at something, check it out, not like immediately freak out. It's really good. Gonna be running out of battery here soon. Do you have any questions you want on the video for your husband? Okay. Good girl, you did good too.